What not to do when creating beats, and I'm referring to finished, well-crafted beats, not your experiments. Don't rush, because if you rush in and do something, you think, well, that's great. If you check it after a while, you find it's not as great as you thought. Don't announce yourself widely to the public until you're really sure of the quality of your work. Don't plagiarize, don't get too complicated, and don't start with anything except drums, kick, snare and hi-hat, initially at least. So don't do any of those things. Don't rush is the first one. You shouldn't jump into things. I mean, I don't want to discourage you from experimenting, rushing in and experimenting and find out what DubTurbo can do. That's fine, and I'd encourage you to do that. But when you're ready to do your finished work, your quality work, you must do some serious creating. You've got to prepare carefully, spend a lot of time listening for things in your beat that don't work, that need correcting or changing or stuff removing. Work seriously. Don't promote yourself to the world until you're ready. Most of you probably wouldn't do that, but sometimes people get carried away and decide their work's great and they haven't really looked at it carefully, they haven't got feedback from others. It's really quite important to quietly build up skills, make some really good beats, really great beats, really get to know DubTurbo well and get some honest feedback. If someone doesn't like your work, just improve what seems not to work. Don't take it to heart, just keep on keeping on. Don't plagiarize another's beat, that's really important. You wouldn't like that done to yourself either, so don't do it to others. That doesn't mean you can't start off with someone else's work and change it and alter it until it becomes your own piece of work. You've just used that as a starting point of stimulation, and that's fine. Don't overcomplicate it, because there's so much stuff in DubTurbo that you can get lost. You can overdo it. You can muddy your sounds by putting too much in. So you need to be aware of the difference between a complex piece that is interesting and exciting and one that's overcomplicated. So the overcomplicated ones, too many overlapping sounds makes a muddy result. Complex means the sound subtle changes across the whole beat but doesn't drown in too many sounds. Never start without drums, kick, snare and hi-hat. There's always times to break rules. This is just a general guideline, particularly when you start. Once you've developed your skills, then you'll have more knowledge and more skill and more confidence. But create something with a good kick to it, a good bass line, and play around with the rhythm to get some interesting things happening. And don't add other stuff until you've got that right, till that sounds good to you. Okay, so I hope all of this has helped you. There's one more lesson to go.